I start my 11th day of traveling in Maisaka's fishing port because I would like to find a boat ride. Maisaka was a ferry landing stage where Tokaido travelers embarked on a ferry across Lake Hamana. Their destination was Arai, the Tokaido's 31st station. The Old Tokaido still ends at the water. There's an old lantern there, along with a picture of Hiroshige's print for Maisaka, which makes me wonder what he ate or drank the night before, because this place doesn't even look remotely like his image. Only the fishermen working the lake give any sense of what the region may once have looked like. Today there are other ways to make the crossing, but I'm keen to do it the old way. It takes a few queries along the waterfront, but eventually Tokuji Nozawa agrees to take me to Arai. Hamanako used to be an inland lake, but in 1498, a tsunami cut through the narrow strip of land that separated it from the sea. It gave the area its current name of Imagiri, which means now cut or broken through. It is just 5 kilometers to Arai by boat. In the past, people looked forward to the trip. It gave them a chance to rest and meet other travelers. But their destination was a different matter, because in Arai, the shogunate had established another barrier. Passing it could be an intimidating experience. Arai's small port is quiet today. In Hiroshige's time, it was busy from dawn to dusk, with ferry boats coming and going. The awning indicates this ship has a daimyo aboard. Ordinary travelers took much smaller boats across. In the distance, Hiroshige also shows the village with its much feared barrier. The barrier is still there, beautifully restored, and staffed by a few wax inspectors. They're well done, but don't have much to say, so I head across the street to the local watchmaker. Sugio Okubo has lived across from the barrier for nearly 80 years.
徳川幕府できてからこの新井の関新井という地形が一番西の最前線の拠点になっとったわけです。これを250キロ300キロかな、江戸を中心にずっと円を描くと東海道新井の関木曽で向くと仙台、そういう大体関所軍事拠点ですがね、最前線の。だからここ一番レオンな入り鉄砲と一番厳しかった子がね、それにからいくら大名といえどもこうなってしまったね。
While daimyos may have had a hard time passing through, it was nothing compared to what women had to deal with. When a daimyo went home, his family was supposed to remain in Edo as virtual hostages of the shogunate. For that reason, the government wanted to make sure that none of his female family members slipped through the net.
その時に女性が男装して帰る場合は、隠密というか、江戸どうのこうの随分男装したい女性がね、どうもその行列の中入って帰ると。それでここで止めておかしいと。それで改め女がおりましてね、今そこのトイレにあった向こうにね、昔ありましたけどね、女性を改める。それで改めばあさんっつって女のばあさんって全部これ広げて、そうなんでここの一番女性も嫌ったところです。
From the Arai barrier, the Tokaido heads towards the coast and the 32nd station of Shirasuka. I get a ride there in the company of Maiko, Yi, I, and Makiko-san, office workers during working days, and avid surfers on a glorious day like today. At work, they probably face a considerable gender gap, but here, fortunately, they no longer have to deal with that. I'm getting slightly off my intended route here, though the Old Tokaido runs nearby. Besides, who's to say that travelers in the past wouldn't have made a slight detour along the ocean as well? That having been settled, I relax and devote myself to observing the local customs. A few hundred meters inland, in Old Hiroshige, the local customs appear to be more in line with what Hiroshige would have seen. Just past the former post station, the Old Tokaido heads inland again, up a nasty incline. I suspect this is Shiomi Slope, which Hiroshige depicted in his view of Hiroshige, and the panorama from the top seems to confirm it. Hiroshige indeed drew something similar, with a wide expanse of sea. There's a beach with fishing nets drying, and in the foreground, daimyo's entourage heading down the hill towards the village. I continue in the other direction, but soon find myself back on Route 1.
A vida do Japão é meio difícil, né? É bom para trabalho, mas para viver não é muito bom, né?
But I get an interesting ride onward.
Estressante, né?
Lauro Omoto and João Carvalho are Japanese Brazilians. 2 years ago, they came here from Sao Paulo. Though they both speak perfect Japanese, the transition hasn't been an easy one.
Tá saudade do Brasil, né?
The Japanese-Brazilian story goes back exactly 100 years. Today, they are the largest Japanese community outside Japan, more than 1.5 million strong. Since the 1990s, many Japanese Brazilians have begun to return in search of better paying jobs and security. They obtain both, but at a cost. Work in the factory is long, life somewhat boring, the cost of living high, and they don't necessarily feel welcome here.
Tem muitos japoneses que não gostam de brasileiro, não gostam de estrangeiro, não.
But it is not only a litany of ills that I hear.
Japão é bom em alguns termos, né? Se você for comparar a violência do Brasil, né? Então, nesse ponto, questão de segurança sem violência, aqui no Japão é melhor.
I leave my two companions near Futagawa. Theirs is a tough situation. They feel safer here than in Brazil, though not necessarily happier. A bit further, the Old Tokaido runs through the small town of Futagawa, once the Tokaido's 33rd station. I reach the former post town in the midst of their annual Honjin Matsuri, which commemorates its bygone Tokaido role. Futagawa does so by recreating a daimyo's procession entering town. It provides the locals mostly a chance to dress up, but I still think this is quite interesting. Once the bands are gone, the daimyo's entourage enters the scene, with officials at the head announcing the Lord's arrival. They do so by telling everyone to get down and bow, face into the dust. Not doing so would have been a very bad idea. Then follow soldiers and samurai, porters, court officials, and everyone else the daimyo needed on his voyages back and forth to Edo. Powerful daimyo would travel with a retinue of thousands, bringing all other traffic on the Tokaido to a virtual standstill. When entering town or meeting another daimyo's procession, they would proceed in ceremonial fashion, slowing down traffic even more. Fortunately, the days of keeping one's head to the ground are long gone. This small reenactment just gives everyone a chance to get together, have fun, and enjoy the company. But there's one thing that remains unchanged. Once the parade is gone and the festivities are over, everyone pitches in, leaving the Old Tokaido as clean as it was at the beginning of the day. I guess some of the obedience and cooperation, drilled in by 250 years of Tokugawa rule, still survive. Either that, or this is simply part of their nature.